In today's video, we're going to be creating this mobile app loading screen in Figma. All right, let's get started. We are going to start with a frame. So I'm going to use one of the presets. I'm going to click on F and we are going to use iPhone 16 and 17 Pro Max. I'm just going to click on that. Next up, I'm going to change the feel of this frame. So, or you know what, let's leave it for now. It's going to make it easier for us to work with because we are going to have some of our screen, one of our screen all black. So I'm going to start with an ellipse. So I'll just click on O, click, and I'm going to have that here. Change the dimensions to 620 by 620. Oops, 620. And I'm going to move it till it's at the center. So the bottom edge of this ellipse will be touching the center here. So it makes it easier for us to work with. I'm going to hold Alt and Shift, create another copy of this circle. And I'm going to bring it till we have something like this. Next, I'm going to move this 15 to the top and then I'll move the one at the bottom 15 to the bottom because I want the space between them to be 30. So let me select both of them. You see now it's 15. So I can actually select it now and just change the spacing to 30. The one in the bottom is going to move down. So the spacing between them, I just want to make sure, yeah, it's the one at the bottom. That's how Figma tends to do it. The one at the bottom will always move. So the spacing between them is going to be 30. So the one on top is going to be, let me see, 493 from the bottom. The one at the top is going to be 493 from the top. That's what you want to know. Next, we're going to insert two rectangles. So I'm just going to click on R, click, and I'm going to have a rectangle. So I'll be able to see it in just a moment, but when we start changing colors, we're going to see it again. So I'm going to change the dimensions. The width is going to be 300, height is going to be 500. We're just going to have a bit of excess. And just like we did, we're going to align it to the rectangle to the center. So the left edge of the rectangle is going to align to the middle of our frame. And we're also going to align it to the center. And then I'm going to use Alt and Shift, create another copy. And then this is going to, let me change the colors of these circles, this ellipse, so you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Select the two ellipses. And we're going to change the fill to completely black. Now I'm going to select one of these rectangles and I'm going to change the color so you can see what I'm doing. So this is going to be D and 0 5 times. That's the, oops, I used D and 0 6 times, so it's just made it black. Let me do that. D 0 5 times. So that's this one. So this is one of the rectangles. What you want is aligned, the left edge is aligned to the horizontal center and the vertical centers are also aligned. Same with this one. So I'm going to select this one. We are also going to use the same color for this. So that will be D and 0 5 times. So it's going to be this really red color. I'm going to select two of them. Use my left square bracket to send them to the back. You can also use this selection panel to move them to the bottom of your selection, but I just used my left square bracket as a shortcut. Currently, the fill of our frame is set to white. Let's also set the fill of our frame to black. So I'm going to select the fill, make the fill of the frame black. Next up is going to be our text. So I'm just going to click on T and all caps, type loading. So the typography for this text is going to be, so the font is going to be IBM Plex Sans, and size is going to be 36, and the line height is going to be 44. For the placement of this text, we want it to be 50 from the, okay, 50 from the bottom of the top circle or the top ellipse. So your text is going to be aligned to the center of your frame and also 50 from the bottom of the top circle. And that is it for this first frame. Let's create the second one. So select this other frame, this frame, and then I'm going to create a copy. Select the text, delete it, or you could reduce the opacity. Anyone work, but I'm going to delete it. Next up, I'm going to select this rectangle, hold shift and move it. Let me get closer. Be careful not to move your mouse so that you don't mistakenly take it out of frame. This time I'm going to take over with my arrow key. And just to make sure it's equal, right now the rectangle is direct, the left edge of the rectangle is on the edge of our frame. So I'm going to move it, let's say 10 times out of frame. So even though it's out of frame, I just want to move it just a little bit. I want to match the same thing here. So I'll also hold shift down, move this. Let me make sure it's at the edge first, and then I'll count 10 times and make sure it's 10 away from the edge of our frame. And we're going to have this. But yeah, that's the only two frames we are going to use. Select both frames, go over to this section in frame, create component sets. Let's go over to prototype and select this first component connected to the second one. Trigger is going to be after delay. Delay is going to be 1 millisecond. We're going to change the animation to smart animate. The easing is going to be linear and duration is going to be 2500 milliseconds. All right, so I'm just going to close it. Once again, you can just take a moment to look at the settings. Now select the second frame and connect it back to the first one. Same settings. Trigger is after delay. Delay is 1 millisecond. All other settings remain the same. I'm going to close this. Now to see our loading screen in action, I'm going to click on F so that I can set a frame. So we're going to use the same frame, iPhone 16 and 17 Pro Max. Create one here and go back to design. Select this first one, hold Alt, and then create a copy and drag it into our new frame. All right, let's now go over to our prototype tab to see our animation. So under prototype, just make sure that the device settings is set to iPhone 17 or 16 Pro Max. All right, so this is what our animation looks like. If you want to play around with the timing, you feel like it's too slow or it's too fast, go ahead and change the duration. If you want to try different colors or different styles, maybe you want to have a white background, or you can even make it change colors. Just add some extra frames and then you can change the colors and have interesting animations where every time those rectangles come in, they're going to change colors. But anyway, that is it for this particular tutorial. If you want to watch more related content for UI UX design in Figma, you can check out the description box below for much longer videos that I have on my channel to create longer projects, and you can also check out some courses I have as well. So anyway, that is it for this particular tutorial. If you enjoyed, please like, share and subscribe. Leave me a comment also if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.